such an asshole.
How you kids doing? AssholeConsulting.com. I'd like to give you some good news and the answer to this question, but it's not going to be what you're looking for, but it is going to be the right answer because sometimes the right answer is not what we want to hear. Oftentimes, what we want to hear is not true. Just ask every fat woman in America. Ask every liberal arts major. Ask every poor Democrat to keep voting for other people's money to make them rich. Yeah, well, I'm just pointing out the answer on this is probably going to be the same, something you don't want to hear because it's just not sexy. Oh, wait, he sent it. Cappy, my sister turned 24 today, and we're spending the weekend with this guy. He seems like a nice kid, but is a softcore leftist, 22-year-old skinny Puerto Rican kid who's been friends with my sister for a few years ago. So she's dating younger. He seems harmless, but just want to be on high alert. Thanks. Yeah, dude, skinny soy boy, wimpy leftist Puerto Rican kid. Don't worry about that. She's not going to keep the baby. Okay. If you're worried about your sister getting pregnant by a leftist soy boy, not going to happen. She's not going to sperm jack him. Now, she might claim she's pregnant by some badass guy that she actually does sleep with. Oops. What's the skinny Puerto Rican leftist kid's name? What's an I wish Athen was here. He could tell me. Juan. What's an effeminate Spanish name for men? Rafael? It's kind of like Rachel, isn't it? Pepe. Let's just call him Pepe. Here comes Pepe. I don't know. He's got a scarf. He's got thick glasses and a scarf. Who knows what dumb shit he's majoring in? She doesn't have the VTs for him. He's probably, in all statistical likelihood, going to be not the boyfriend next year. This is the one Christmas you're going to see him or whatever. You don't have to worry about him. So on the outset, hey, yeah, how you doing? Because he's not going to be there for long. All right. Also, the chance of him getting her pregnant, very low. Her wanting to keep him around, very low. He doesn't make the money. This is going to be a kid chewed up and spat out by your sister because she's a little bit older and he's a skinny, softy, leftist Puerto Rican kid. If he was in the football team or he was some thug dealing drugs, then you might have to worry about something. But you just look, hey, yeah, how you doing? You want a beer? Let me guess. You want some microbrew, not a big corporate. Let me guess. You want it gluten-free too, I bet. All right, here you go, you little. Yeah, we'll never see you again. So don't worry too much about it. I said how long they've been dating, though. Where'd your question go? I thought I had it here. So they've been dating 2 years? Hang on. Where did your question go? I had it. Is this it? No. House BF questionnaire. Here we go. Sister has been low-key dating this 22-year-old for about 2 years. She's bringing him to meet the family officially this weekend. What are important questions to ask him? All right. So here is the strategy. I know you want questions, but the truth is it's just not going to be a lot of questions. And I'll get to the reason why. All right. But basically, you want to ask him questions that when he answers it, he realizes he's not a man. Okay. So what are you studying? How much debt do you have? What hobbies do you have? Do you live at home? Can you support yourself without the government or your parents helping you? That would be the basic ones. And you know what? You being the older brother, you get to be a dick. And it's not, I understand every poor man that goes through this where you got to meet the family and you're going to be the intimidating brother and blah. You're not being intimidating. You're not going to get up in his face. It's really just this, who the fuck are you? Oh, okay, soy boy Pablo. All right. Oh, are you? Okay, all right. So those are the questions. And you just figure it out. I'll tell you why you don't care about the answers here in a second. But you just basically prove to the kid, which is understandable being a young man, that he's not a real man. He's not going to be able to support anybody. If he has marriage aims, he's got a way longer way to go. And that you are just not impressed with him. Just not. All right. Then you're going to take him on activities. This is where we hit the movie scenes. This is where you and your dad and your other brother, y'all get to gang up on Pepe with his scarf and his thick glasses. And then it depends if you got your brother and your father. I don't even know if you got another brother, but you get your dad in on this, like scare the piss out of this kid. So you take him out on physical activities he just can't do because he's a soy boy millennial leftist from Puerto Rico with a scarf. So are you good at hiking? Burn him out on hiking. Go to the gym. If he's a leftist, take him shooting. Like, yeah, we're going to go shoot. You shut the fuck up with your little pansy ass pacifist. You don't like guns. We're going to go shoot. And just, I think that'd be enough. Grill meat. Make sure he's not a vegan or a vegetarian. But then you have the questions. You establish, yeah, this kid ain't, and then you take him out hunting or whatever, man. Work on the car. That's another one you can do. Come on, we're gonna go. Maybe you don't need a new radiator. We'll go unplug your radiator. Hey, we gotta reattach a radiator. Come on. Your dad's spending all night unattaching it. Let's see what you can do. Look at his hands. Are they calloused? Do they got nicks on them? I got nicks. I helped someone move today. Oh, the blood went away. I washed my hands. Oh, there it is. See, look, I'm wounded. Tragic. Well, how masculine is that? And you just take him out. And all you're proving to him is that he's not a man and he's not going to measure up to anywhere near you or your father or your other brother if you happen to have one. Daryl, my other brother, Daryl. He's just like, okay. And I'm almost guaranteeing you, because he's going to be your standard soft, weak leftist, you're just not going to have the desire to be respecting of this man. You're not going to hate him. A lot of guys I get along with just great. They're nice guys, but they're leftist soy boys. I was just like, yeah, you know what? No, matter of fact, if push came to shove, I think I would sell you into slavery, frankly, because you are going to be a liability to team survival. So you just demonstrate is the part where you take them on activities. And then before you go back and say, if you ever marry my sister, just know this. If you get her pregnant before you're married, I will make your life a fucking hell. And that's it. That's about all you can really do to this kid. Okay, because this kid is more or less out of your control. This is the crap your daughter picked up in the gutter over in Seattle's protest, or wherever the fuck she found this guy. Then that is all pretty much you have to do with the boy, the kid. Then you go to your sister. And here's the real reason why it doesn't matter what questions you ask or anything, because your sister is in her standard sister brotherly way going to do the complete opposite of what you tell her to do. At minimum, she's not going to listen to you. Okay? I am shocked to the level how many women will fuck up their own lives by dating or getting pregnant by the absolutely worst guy or wrong guy possible just to get back at dad. Right? So you don't want to, like, this isn't the right guy for you to All you do is you say, look, if you marry this guy, I don't ever want to hear you claim you're an independent woman. Well, you and Bucky over there, Pepe, sorry. Let's call him Bucky, even though it's not Spanish. You and Bucky over there, the limp-wristed, ballless wonder, when you guys are collecting a government check from my tax dollars, I don't want to hear a fucking thing about you claiming how you're an independent, strong woman. Well, you guys go need, whatever, state health care, or you want your student, or you're protesting and you do your kombucha, right? And don't even like, why don't you like him? Like, yeah, not particularly. No. What's so great about him? All right, it's your life. Do what you want. I mean, if you want to date a quasi girl, go ahead. I mean, you buy it. There's nothing wrong. I'll support you either way. You should be libertarian. You should support whatever sexual choices your siblings make. It's their choice. But just like, oh, why am I going to get? Oh boy, yeah, you got a rare one there. Mr. Soy Boy Millennial. Well, Gen Z or leftist. Oh, look at him. I wonder if he's going to work multiple jobs to make ends meet, And you could even love him with, like, why do you like this guy? Are there no other masculine men out there? I mean, does he strum his acoustic guitar really well? What does he do? Does he have a nice does he have nice oil in his beard? What? But that's about all you can do, because, hey, guess what, man? It's not your choice. And this is where I understand, being an older brother myself, having siblings. I understand. Try and do what's right. But in the end, you got to realize, just like your parents probably had to realize with you and all your siblings as well, is that you guys are your own people. She's going to make her own choice. And I know you're younger than me, because what you're going to find out is you think that caring and just care in general, but caring about others comes cost-free. It doesn't. You do pay a price, and you don't realize the price you're paying because you're young. You got all the energy in the world. But when you see people you care about make bad decisions, whether they're relatives or not, and you try to stop them, try to put them in the right way, it really hurts because you care about them. And it hurts because, not just because you care about them, but you're trying to help them and they didn't listen to you. I don't know why it is. It's not necessarily that they don't listen to you. It's that they're people you care about whose lives are not going to be that good. And like, you could have stopped them, but they're going to go and continue anyway. Maybe is it disrespect? I don't know. That kind of makes me a little bit angry when people disrespect. It's like, what? It's like, you don't know what you're talking about. I guess maybe that's some of it. But aside from that, yeah, it hurts, man. And it takes more energy than you think. And then when you get older and you don't have as much energy and you start become defeatist and a bit nihilistic, where you start looking like, wow, everyone's a fuck up. Even the people that said they weren't going to be, and they're trying to, and you're like, oh, yeah. And so when you see, younger people that you are championing, it could be a mentoree, it could be your sister, it could be whoever, and they fail, you're like, oh. And it kind of hurts. But that's only as long as you start, as you care about it. Once you realize they are their own people and they're not going to listen to you, and that you have no control or agency or responsibility over them, about all I'm really having you do here is you make your peace, you interrogate the guy, you make your statements, and then you let it happen. And about the only thing I could add to this is you record the conversation you have with your sister. So I just want to record this so that when this happens down the road, I could say I told you so, which in the end is still a Pyrrhic victory, I guess, because they're still not going to listen to you. Nobody likes the guy I told you so, even if they're right. They certainly don't listen to him. So yeah, man, it's once again, the thing is the problem is not with your sister or her boyfriend. The problem is with you. You still give a damn. You still care. You're a good older brother who cares about his little sister. You want what's best for her. But I'm afraid today, given how young ladies are raised, she's 24. She's going to vote leftist. She's dating a leftist. There's nothing you can do, man. There's nothing you can do. And the only thing you're really going to do if you try to is you're going to hurt yourself. Not a lot. You'll just be down a little bit. You'll be a little bit sad. Like, oh, I could have helped myself. What did I fail? You didn't fail. Make your statement. Make it known. Scare the piss out of that guy. Ask your sister, what in the honest name of fuck? No, just help me understand. Help me understand why this guy. Like, why not a guy that you're actually not going to cheat on? Because this guy obviously is not going to rock your world in bed. Like, honest to God, I want nephews from the guy you're married to, not financed by the guy you're married to and donated by Lord knows who. And then what was the other thing? Oh, and I wouldn't worry about it. I should have asked a little bit more about your sister, but I guess we don't need to delve too much into her private background. But she's not going to marry this guy. She's 24. He's 22. This ain't going to go anywhere. Don't worry about it. It ain't going to happen. She got to go and find herself and discover, oh my God, I got to get my master's. And then at 32 and 7 months and 2.5 weeks, then I'll find a husband. I'll have a child at 33 and 5/8 a year on a Friday. So there you go. Any super chats? Judd Grover for $2. Interrogate sister's boyfriend. Bro, you're not dad. Laughing my head. Yeah, but is the dad around? Think about that, Judd. Oh, and let's say the dad was around. How many cucky, fucky, sucky, conservative Republican fathers are around? Oh, whatever you want, dear. Now, if I was the dad, well, here's the other thing. If I was the dad, you paying for yourself? Do whatever you want, sweetheart. Nope, that's going to happen. That's going to happen. And no, I'm not helping you if you get pregnant by that guy, because that's the type of guy that pregnates girls and then leaves. I know. I'm an evil, whatever your liberal arts professor taught. I'm the bigoted, sexist, homophobic, rapist, whatever. I know. don't listen to your old dad, but I'd be a very libertarian father. Like, I raised you right. You want to make that dumb decision? You go right ahead. No money for you because I'm already going to pay for it through my taxes. I don't know. I've never had a teenage daughter. I've seen some kids graduate from cool, awesome little kids to teenagers. And it's like, God, you guys suck now. No fun. Things so serious and gloomy. But yeah, Judd, to be honest, and to be fair in the gentleman's case, what if the dad ain't around, which is a very common thing? It falls on the older brother. That's what we got to do. We got to take over the role of dad. And then they all right, fine, do all the drugs you want. I don't care. I got bigger issues to worry about. Hey, yeah, Juan. There's Juan. Juan, what's a real pansy name for a guy in Spanish? I'll put it in the Miguel. You're Spanish too. Give me a thing. Miguel for $5. Didn't want to say I told you so, but I told you so. Actually, I love telling you I told you so. And maybe next time pull your head out of you know where. Yeah, I know, but they're not. Miguel, don't you have, forget younger siblings. Do you have siblings? Do you have anybody in your life? Does anybody listen to you? Don't do the thing that you want to do because people have sold lies to you telling you, oh my God, the thing that you want to do, what are the chances it leads to eternal happiness and joy? It does? Yeah, go over there and do what we said to do. All right, where? I need a student loan bailout. Where are all the good men gone? They're not going to listen. They're not. That's why about the only way I think you could is you got to talk to your sister or your brother and say, what the fuck are you thinking? No, just explain it to me. All right, here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. Let me know how many more other guys' dicks you suck before you like marry this guy then. You know, it's really. And Maricon. Maricon? Is that how you pronounce it in Spanish or is it Maricon? I don't think it's Maricon. Maricon. All right. More on the way. Questions, answers, ASO Consulting. Oh, by the way, it is October. October is Helping Black Men Out of Poverty Month. If you have a good black friend, male persuasion, because this isn't written for women, get the Black Man's Guide Out of Poverty, whether you yourself are a black man that's in poverty or you know someone who is and wants to get out. There you go. See you guys later.